disruption and disaster caused by the COVID-19 global pandemic. It has been nearly 8 months since Russia unilaterally invaded Ukraine, calling Ukraine's independence a flawed Leninist legacy that needs to be undone. This unjust war has already taken a heavy toll and must be brought to a quick end in a way which respects and guarantees Ukraine's sovereignty and stops NATO's continuing eastward expansion. Amidst disturbing signs of a pronounced rightward shift in Europe, we draw inspiration from the renewed resurgence of the left in Latin America and the powerful assertion of women in Iran that is growing into a popular uprising against the repressive theocratic regime. Ever since Modi's second successive victory in the Lok Sabha elections in 2019, we have been facing a rapidly escalating fascist offensive on all fronts. Proceeding from the 2014 election slogan of Congress Mukh Bharat, the regime is now bent on making India an opposition-free democracy. Opposition MLAs are being bought wholesale, opposition-led governments are being toppled in a series, opposition parties and leaders are being heckled by central agencies, and movement activists, fake news busting journalists, and justice-seeking lawyers are being hounded out and jailed. Muslims are being demonized day in and day out, and genocide calls are being issued more openly, frequently, and loudly. Dalits are facing increased atrocities and exclusion, the latest example being the persecution of Delhi armed leader Rajendra Pal Gautam for organizing a mass conversion to Buddhism on the occasion of Ashoka Vijayadashmi or the Dhamma-chakra Pravartan Din. When JP Nadda boasts that the BJP is the only party that will survive in India, when Amit Shah tells us that the BJP is here to rule for the next 50 years, when Mohan Bhagwat insists that India is already a Hindu Rashtra, Hindu nation, when Ajit Doval tells the civil society a new frontier of war, they portray for us the India of their dreams. This dream of a communist fascist India was rejected by our freedom movement, which went on to adopt a constitution and opt for a secular democratic republic. Today, from the vantage point of state power, the Sangh BJP establishment is working overtime to subvert and overturn this constitutional vision of a sovereign, socialist, secular democratic republic to imprison India in its communal fascist framework. The RSS has all along harbored this design since its inception in 1925. What makes it capable of inflicting its design on the country today is the power it enjoys through the Modi government and its ability to combine the state power with the street power of its vigilante squads. The increasing centralization of power in the hands of the Modi government is weakening India's federal framework and democratic institutions and granting greater patronage and impunity to the vigilante squads of the Sangh Brigade. The other source of power is the unprecedented concentration of wealth in the hands of India's richest billionaires, with the government increasingly being reduced to a dispensation of the super rich, by the super rich, for the super rich. We must rescue India from the ravages of this social, political, and economic disaster and rebuild India on the basis of powerful and deep-going democratic foundations to realize the dreams of Bhagat Singh and Ambedkar, Phule and Periyar. We cannot but remember that the journey of the Hindutva forces and India's communists began around the same time in the 1920s. Today, if the RSS has amassed the strength to inflict its design on the country, we Indian communists certainly have the responsibility to foil this design and lead India towards the fulfillment of the constitutional promise of liberty, equality, fraternity, and justice. We understand that this is going to be a protracted battle akin to a second round of freedom movement, and we communists need to unite all our strength, harness all our energy, and summon all our courage to rise to the occasion. During the freedom movement and for much of India's post-independence journey, the RSS had remained relegated to the margin. We communists must once again push them back to the fringe. We must draw the entire spectrum of the radical legacy of India's freedom movement, from the anti-imperialist and anti-feudal struggles to the rich tradition of anti-caste resistance and assertion of nationalism, India's cultural diversity, as well as the vast range of powerful struggles for radical social transformation and defense of democracy in the post-independence period. We must unite the people as extensively as we can in their everyday struggles and build powerful mass opposition to the growing corporate plunder and privatization of public assets and services. Building on the power of united mass struggles, we must forge a broad, functional, and dynamic unity of diverse opposition forces to isolate and defeat the fascists through a determined resistance. Once again, I wish the CPI Congress every success to this end and promise our fullest cooperation on behalf of the CPIML to overcome the unprecedented challenges facing us today. Long live the unity of all fighting forces, all for a resurgence of the communist movement to defend democracy and defeat fascism. Red salute to all of you.
General Secretary of CPI University. Now I request Comrade G. Devarajan, leader of All India Forward Club, is here. I request him for honorable greetings. Respected comrades in the Presidium and the General Secretary of Communist Party of India, Comrade B. Raja, Comrade Sitaram Yechury, the General Secretary of Communist Party of India, Comrade Divankar Bhattacharya, General Secretary of Communist Party of India, Marxist-Leninist Liberation, and the fraternal delegates from different countries, my dear friends and comrades. In fact, I was not so imprudent to make a political speech here, because all the delegates gathered here are more experienced than me. So I am not taking this platform to make a political speech. First of all, on behalf of our party, the All India Forward Bloc, the party founded by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, extends our sincere warm greetings to the historical 24th Congress of Communist Party of India. And I am grateful to the leaders of Communist Party of India to invite a delegate from All India Forward Bloc to address this inaugural session of this party congress. Comrades, this party congress of CPI comes at a time when the left parties and the progressive movements are facing major challenges from right-wing reactionary forces and communal forces. The ruling clique is advancing by destroying the time-proven secular traditions and the democratic practices of our country. The government led by Narendra Modi is destroying every essence of our constitution under the shadow of their majority. The whole nation is witnessing how the veneer of the democratic fabric is being peeled off layer by layer by the government of the day. It is a fact that the government engages in such activities by taking the maximum advantage of disunity among the opposition parties. Our country is facing serious economic crisis, not only in the economic sector, in all sectors. The economic growth of the country is going down day by day, And the nation is currently facing high underlying inflation, which causes the rise of prices of all essential commodities. Most of the micro, small, medium enterprises, generally we call MSMEs, were closed due to demonetization and the unscientific implementation of GST. Millions of workers have lost their jobs and livelihood. The value of Indian rupees when we got independence, it was 1 rupee is equal to $1. Now we have to pay 83 Indian rupees to buy a single dollar. When Narendra Modi came into power, it was 64 rupees only. Now it is 83 rupees. We all heard the vehement speeches of Narendra Modi in different platforms that why Pakistan currency is not going down, why Bangladesh currency is not going down, why Chinese currency is not going down, why Indian currency only is going down. That was the speeches of Narendra Modi during election in 2014. Now Indian currency is going rapidly down every day. Even today it is 84 rupees per American dollar. Devaluation of currency means reduction in the external value of the domestic currency. A weaker currency will further escalate imported commodity prices and lead to higher inflation. As an attempt to check inflation, the desperate Reserve Bank of India has taken some measures. But despite all these exercises, the prices of all essential commodities are still too high to afford the common people. Albeit, the government is mocking the public perception by claiming that our country is growing day by day. Every day they are putting a rosy picture about the Indian economy. Comrades, unemployment is also one of the major issues in our country. You all know, I know very well that in your resolutions we have elaborately discussing about this economic crisis and unemployment. But not only unemployment, underemployment also increasing in our country. You see a young man is riding his bike having a backpack in his shoulder and you just stop him and ask, what is your designation? He will say, I am a sales executive, I am a marketing executive, and a big name he will say. And you simply ask him the salary. He will say 8,000 rupees per month, 12,000 rupees per month. So exploitation is taking place in a rapid way. And his work starts from the morning 6 o'clock and it ends at 10 o'clock at night. There is no workout. Exploitation of the workers is happening every day. Young people are scrambling for steady income by implementing unscientific, impractical, and dangerous techniques. If the government doesn't feel at least join in the order. Farmers are struggling for their survival. They defeated the black class brought against them by the government with organized strength and unity. The workers are struggling against the codification of labor laws and privatization of national and natural assets. The hard-earned rights of the workers are being sabotaged in the name of ease of doing business. The employees of the banks, insurance, post and telegraph, water, defense equipment production, railway, and the workers of the unorganized sector are up in arms against the government and struggling for their survival. Communist democracy is also facing challenges and opportunities as Comrade Iradia and but the Prime Minister of the administration misled the nation that the country and the government are one and the same. It is very important. The rented writers, the rented speakers, the rented media people, they are now writing that government means nation And government and nation are one and the same. They are misleading the nation. Governments for a particular period. And if you criticize the government, it will be treated as anti-nationalism is prevailing in our country nowadays. Democracy, if the government is trying to send a purifying message that those who speak out against the policies of the government and for victims of anti-democratic struggles will imprison. Freedom of the media, your media people are here. India stands in the 115th position among 182 countries. There is no media freedom in our country. That's supposed to be the fourth pillar of our democracy. Nation, obstructing the dissemination of articles and videos, intimidation by the security forces, and the regulatory agencies, every kind of intimidation, harassment, and violation of confidentiality of our party that the time has come for people to unite beyond the party politics against the anti-democratic and the secular attitude of the government and its mentor, the Sangh Parivar. Only the movement of the people can resist and defeat the arrogant hostile. When the country is facing very serious economic and labor problems, the government is trying to divert the public attention. It is the need of the hour that the left unity should be strengthened than ever before. Left unity should not be built on temporary parliamentary profit and loss. The unity of the left must be fostered through collective mass struggle and through the unity of the mass organizations. For example, there are 11 central trade unions that are working in our country according to the recognition from the Ministry of Labour and Employment. Out of 11 central trade unions, 10 central trade unions are united, including INTUC and TUC, INTUC and CITU, INTUC and HMS, INTUC and AICCTU, INTUC and TUCC, INTUC and TUC. So if these trade unions can unite, because they know that they cannot survive without unity. If the trade unions can unite for their survival, why not the youngsters, the youth organizations or the youth parties and the Democratic Party unite for employment, for development and why not the presence of the left unity, the present organization of the left unite? When the non-political present organizations they came into the street and defeated the black mass of the government, the left parties, Kisan Sabhas were forced to support them and join the movement. Why we cannot organize the movement? So it must be a prelude. If you want the left unity, the unity of the mass organization must be a prelude for making that left unity. I think the Communist Party of India can play a very vital role in this direction, and I hope that in this historical party congress may take such a resolution to make such a unity among the mass organizations. I am confident that this party congress, 24th Congress of CPI, will certainly chart out detailed strategy to strengthen the unity of left, secular, democratic forces across the country. We are of the firm opinion that such unity is the need of the hour when our great nation is being lacerated by the communal divisive forces. Once again, I wish all success to the 24th Congress of CPI and hope that this process of exchange of views will certainly strengthen the fraternal relation between our two parties and will streamline the process of left, secular and democratic unity. Finally, I was hearing the speech of Comrade D. Raja and Comrade Sitaram Yechury. Both the leaders were emphasizing the unity of the left, the unity of the democratic forces, the unity of the secular forces. If the leaders are ready, then there is no problem. As a young comrade working among the left parties across the country, I couldn't understand. All the leaders are speaking about the unity, then it must be that clear the point which we are making for the August House. Finally, I thank the comrades of Andhra Pradesh, because when I started on Bharat Yatra, I took constitute one inquiry commission to inquire about the disappearance of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. The comrades of Andhra CPI in SHA from Anand moved to Advanavis in Maharashtra. Comrade Narayana, Comrade Ramakrishna, and all other leaders, they supported me. They received me and they started this day. Finally, I dedicate this precious moment to my beloved comrade, Comrade Soni Tangamo. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Devarajan, leader for All India Forward Bloc. Before we conclude the session, there is a small function of 5 minutes where our editor who wrote 3 volumes of Communist Party of India history, it will be released by Comrade D. Raja, Comrade Sitaram Yechury, and Comrade Deepakar Bhattacharya. I request Comrade Gautam Koteshwar Rao, editor, who edited all these 3 volumes, to come and give a small, brief introduction for 3 minutes.
Respected Presidium and comrades, the program of the history of the Communist Party of India to be drafted was taken by the then party State Council headed by Comrade Giri Prasad. Subsequently, the efforts were continued by Comrade Sudhakar, Comrade Narayana, Comrade Dasari, and also the Visalandra Publishing House. The then chairman, Comrade Chara Venkata, the present chairman, Comrade Gopal Nageswara, and the leadership of Visalandra Finance Committee, including the general manager, took all pains to help us draft the 3 volumes of Communist Party of India State Council history from 1922 to 1948. The first draft was actually written by Comrade Kamumpad Senior, who was a colleague of Comrade Sundaraya, and also Comrade Aibar Haidar Khan, and that was revised now. The second volume was also drafted by veterans and the Communist movement in Andhra Pradesh. The third volume was compiled. Material was supplied by the senior comrades and compiled by me. I take this opportunity to thank comrades Giri Prasad, late Comrade Giri Prasad, late Comrade Dasari, Comrade Sudhakar, Comrade Narayana, and the Visalandra Publishing House. I now request comrades to release the book. The first volume is to be released by Comrade Raja, Secretary of the Communist Party of India. Comrade Raja, I request Comrade Raja to release the book. The second volume is to be released by Comrade Sitaram Yechury, General Secretary of CPI. The third volume is to be released by Comrade Deepakar Bhattacharya. Once again, thank the State Council of the Communist Party of India, Comrade Ramakrishna, Comrade Jelly Wilson, Comrade Arnath Reddy, Comrade Opinesu, all the members of the Communist Party who helped us in bringing out these volumes. Thank you very much.
Comrade, lunch break. Set it here down to 3:30. We will meet again at 3:30. We will meet again at 3:30. 3:30 बजे मिलेगा। खाना नीचे है। खाना नीचे है। बैठना ऊपर है। खाना नीचे है। हरिद्वार से खाना नीचे है।
మీరందరూ వీరోచితంగా పోరాటం చేస్తున్నప్పుడు ఈ పప్పుగాడు ఎక్కడ ఏనన్నా కనబడ్డా ఆనాడు ఎక్కడో తంబాకు గుర్తుందా లవంగాలు తిప్పుడే తిరిగి ఇవాళ దురదృష్టం ఏంటంటే కదా కేసీఆర్ లేకపోతే టీఆర్ఎస్ లేదు, టీఆర్ఎస్ లేకపోతే ఈ దఫా తెలంగాణ ఉద్యమం లేదు, ఉద్యమం లేకపోతే ఆ ఉద్యమంలో మీ అందరూ లేకపోతే ఈసారి తెలంగాణ వచ్చే లేదు. మరి ఆ తెలంగాణ రాకపోతే బీజేపీ ఈయన బతుకుకొచ్చిన ఒక దిక్కుమాల పదవే మీరు పెట్టిన భిక్ష తెలంగాణ ప్రజలు పెట్టారు.
मुश्किल भले मौसम मिले, बढ़ते कदम न रुक पाएंगे, कोई रोक सके तो रोक ले। आभास है, विश्वास है, जन जन में मन की आस है, अब तोड़ ना सके कोई हमें, ये हाथ से जुड़ते हाथ हैं, हम दिल की सुनकर निकले हैं, इस देश ने दी आवाज है। बोलो साथ हमारे कौन चलेगा, बोलो साथ हमारे कौन चलेगा, बोलो साथ हमारे कौन चलेगा। एक तेरा कदम, एक मेरा कदम, मिल जाए जुड़ जाए अपना वतन, मिल जाए जुड़ जाए अपना वतन। चली 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 भारत जोड़ो यात्रा चली, चली 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 चली